G'day mates, it's Austro here, and I'm back with my first comedy special I've been doing on this channel. Now, this is that special video I mentioned in that update video a few weeks ago. Actually, it's probably been a week since that. Not here, but it's been a week since that anyway. So, I know I primarily do gaming videos and some update videos that are kind of funny, and I provide funny commentary, but that's not truly my life's goal. My life's goal, or at least what I really enjoy doing, is making people laugh and creating videos. So I figured, hey, easiest way to do that, create my own comedy special. So, this is a Christmas present. Like I said in the video before, this is a Christmas present for me mum. I think she'll really appreciate it. I hope you do, mum. This is for you. And for all my viewers, all 45 of you, I believe, this is the number now, which is insane. It was like 40 like 3 weeks ago, so it's insane the amount that I have grown. It's not exponential, it's linear, but hey, you know, whatever. Those are math terms. Who listens to math? I don't think you can listen to math anyway, but who does math? So, without further ado, I wish to start the special. And the special is called A High School Bathroom. So yeah, the holiday season is coming up, and by of course when I say the holiday season, I mean Christmas for most of us. You know, it's sort of like, that's what people mean, you know. You don't say, oh, the holiday season's coming up when you're talking about Halloween, because if you say that, people will be like, you know Christmas is 3 months away, right? But, yeah, so, you know, you don't really say that. But the interesting thing is, do you ever think the holidays, the other holidays, like Valentine's Day or Easter or St. Patrick's Day, are like jealous that Christmas gets to be called the holiday season? Like, you think they get jealous? Because I think they would. You know, they'd be like, how come Christmas gets all the attention, you know? We're holidays too. We get celebrated by Americans and some of the rest of the world. I don't know, it depends on where you're from, but some of the rest of the world too. Because apparently holidays can talk in my world, and they have very negative things to say about Christmas. So, moving on here. Yeah, but you know, New Year's probably loves it, because New Year's is getting the back end of the deal, you know? New Year's is part of the holiday season. When you think of the holiday season, New Year's is only like 67 days after Christmas, depending on if you're talking about New Year's Eve a day, you know? So, the thing is, New Year's is like, well, I'm fine with this, you know? My name gets said every time Christmas's name gets said 3 times. You get, like, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And New Year's is just like, well, you know, I'm fine with this. I can settle with this. Because New Year's is really chill for some reason, and doesn't hate Christmas as much as the other holidays. Yeah, well, I understand why they call it the holiday season. It's because there's 3 major holidays there. It's, you know, you got Christmas, you got Hanukkah, and you got Kwanzaa, but... Rude. Yeah, but you know, I understand why they call it the holiday season. It's because, you know, there's 3 major holidays there. You've got, you know, you've got Christmas, what I've been talking about. You've got Hanukkah, what I haven't been talking about. And you've got Kwanzaa, what I don't know who talks about Kwanzaa, but whoever you are, you know, Kwanzaa. I don't know what you do during Kwanzaa. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't know what you do. Please tell me. But anyway, you know, I understand why they call it the holiday season, but there's other holidays, you know, there's Easter and there's other holidays, but they're not close enough together to the point where it's the holiday season, so I understand, but it's still, you know, the holidays are mad at you, Christmas. Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, they're just like, but Christmas, they're mad at you, Christmas. So, speaking of Christmas, My family. Family is very interesting. And last Christmas, my aunt told me a story, a very interesting story, about a life-changing experience. By a life-changing experience, I obviously in a very awkward moment in the restroom. So, one day, my aunt and my uncle were out at a restaurant, and my aunt had to use the restroom. So she gets up, she excuses herself from the table, she goes to use the restroom. And when she gets into the restroom, she sits down in the stall. And for those of you who don't understand what a restaurant stall looks like, these ones have doors on the stall. It's not just a 4x4 room with a big gap. There's actually something in the gap with a hinge called a door. And this particular stall, because it was a woman's bathroom, had a door. It's not like the men's bathroom where they don't have doors or anything like that. At least, especially at high school. But anyway, she sits down, she goes about her business, and another woman comes in, because it's a bathroom, it's a public bathroom, it's not a private bathroom, it's not her private little bathroom in this restaurant. It's a public bathroom, and what happens is this woman comes in, she sits next to her, and she starts talking to her. Think about this for a minute. She starts talking to my aunt, right? So this woman says, "Well, how are you doing?" And my aunt sort of awkwardly says, good, things are going good." And a few seconds later, you know, the woman seems to not have said anything, so my aunt's like, okay, that was a little weird. And then the woman says again, "How was your day?" And my aunt is sort of thinking to herself like, good, I guess, you know. And then the woman next to her says, after a few more seconds, you know, "Can I come over there?" To which my aunt replies, "No," like any sane person would say. And my aunt is thinking to herself, what is going on? What is this person's deal? Finally, the woman says, in the store next door, she says, "I gotta go, this crazy woman that's sitting next to me in the bathroom is answering all my questions to you." And she hangs up her phone. To which my aunt is incredibly embarrassed and has shared this embarrassment with me, and now I have shared this embarrassment to the world. Though I'm not saying her name, because that would be rude. And now you know what my family's like. So, interesting thing about Christmas. Yeah, well, you know, there's a couple things wrong with that story. The first and foremost is I explained to you why the stall had a door. It's because it was a female restroom. Now, many of you females out there, or people who have never been in high school restrooms, may be wondering, why would this stall not have a door? Well, I asked the same question when I got into high school freshman year, and now I don't ask the question anymore, because I know why. Because people like ripping doors off of stalls. Not with people in them, of course, and not in the larger stalls. It's always the smaller stalls. You know how there's in the boys' restroom, I don't know if this is the same thing as a female's restroom, I've never been in a female restroom. As per, I am not a female. But the thing is, there's always the larger one, in the male restroom, there's always the larger one, and then the smaller one. And it's always the smaller one. Every single smaller one in our school doesn't have a door. There is no door on the stall. I cannot express to you the embarrassment of walking into a restroom and then being forced to either walk out or wait in the restroom with both urinals open, right? Because you have to crap. But there isn't a door in one of the stalls. And the other one is occupied. It's just so annoying because you have to stand there like an idiot for 5 minutes just waiting for this person to finish. And it always takes like 10 minutes for this person to use the restroom because they don't want to get out of the restroom because 80% of the time they're just ditching class in the restroom. Yeah, the other thing that's wrong with that story though is the obvious thing that is wrong with that story. why is this woman on the phone and on the toilet? I respect this woman's ability to multitask, but why does she have to do it that way? She could have just, like, not done that. You know, you don't step into the restroom to go call Deborah, you step out of the restaurant to go call Deborah. I don't know why this woman's name is Deborah, but Deborah is very popular with the middle-aged ladies that like to talk on the phone in the restroom. So, you know, and she thinks my aunt's crazy for answering her questions. Well, my aunt doesn't know she's on the phone because there's a wall of plastic between them. Ah, jeez, people are just weird. I guess it's a little hypocritical coming from me. Voice crack. Coming from me, because I believe that holidays have opinions, and have very negative opinions towards Christmas, but very lax opinions toward Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. So hey, that's me, you're you, whatever. And I didn't even mention Kwanzaa or Hanukkah in the beginning of the special, so I guess that makes me racist. I guess it doesn't really make me racist, but oh well. Racism is one of those things where now nobody really tries to be racist. That didn't make any sense. Nobody really tries to be racist anymore. I mean, you see people when they're talking, right? You see them, and they're talking to each other. And there's a white guy and a black guy in this scenario. And the white guy says something like, oh yeah, the black ones usually, you know, can do more things than the white one. Or the white ones, I like the white one better than the black one. But they're not talking about people, they're talking about cars or something like that. And then the white guy, like an idiot, says, I don't mean not to be racist or anything, and he thinks that the black guy's gonna beat him up. And now the black guy's gonna sue him for being a hate crime or something like that. Well, that was not true. That's, you know, not to be racist, but that wasn't true. That's a bit of bullcrap right there. Anyway. You know, it's interesting about racism in Christmas. Me and my father actually, we were putting up some Christmas lights the other day, and we don't have a lot of outdoor Christmas lights. Like, we don't have the ones that go around the house. We just have ones that sort of sit in front of the window that overlooks the street in front of our house. So we put them up, alright, we put them up, and it looks like a squiggly line that's like this. It literally just looks like this. And after I put them up, my dad looks at me, he looks real proud of himself, and he thinks to himself this joke, right? He's about to say it to me. And I can tell when my dad's thinking of a joke, because he gets this look in his eye. He's like, I'm gonna tell that to Daniel. And my dad turns to me and he says, you know, it says Christmas. I turn back to him and I'm like, what? Excuse me? It says Christmas. My dad says, yeah, in Arabic. And that's not the part that got me. I was like, that's clever, Dad, that's clever. It says Christmas in Arabic. And then a few moments later, my mum walks out, right? My mum walks out, and my dad says to me, Mum, the same joke. To which my mom replies, how do you know Arabic? In the most truthful accent I've heard anyone talking in my entire life. She fell for the joke completely. And now you know everything about my family and where my sense of humor comes from. So that is going to wrap up this show. I hope you blokes have enjoyed. If you did, a like and a rating would be much appreciated. You know, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. All the help necessary. And I will see all you blokes in the next whatever the heck I do.